And as I've been testing this, I kind of realized what the difference between this and Deadwire is. So you saw we only killed 3 single zombies with it, but let's go ahead and activate it again and watch. I'll show you that I can kill a lot more zombies than 3 with it if we activate it again. Look at that. Notice that time how we killed a lot more? That's because there's kind of a secret on how to use this correctly. All right, and welcome back, guys. We're doing another tier 5 review. If you're new here, we're going over every single skill, kind of testing how it is tier 5, seeing what all it does, and if it's worth using your crystals on. Now, for this one, I think it's about time we do another ammo mod. So far, we've done Deadwire and Brain Rot, but I'm really curious about Shatter Blast. This is the brand new ammo mod added with Season 2, and I really haven't done much with it so far. So when you start off with it, this is what the base tier does. Bullets deal explosive damage. Each bullet has a chance to explode, dealing additional explosive damage and destroying any impacted armor, 25-second cooldown. So all in all, not too bad. When you get to tier 1, explosion also deals damage to nearby enemies. Tier 2, all normal enemy armor damaged by explosion is destroyed. Tier 3, normal enemies damaged by explosion are knocked down. Tier 4, explosion size double. And then tier 5, on explosion, 3 additional staggered explosions occur in close proximity, 30-second cooldown. So essentially this mod's giving you explosive bullets, and it does sound kind of cool. From what it sounds like, the main benefit of this is it's really going to be good against just normal enemies. A lot of the other ammo mods are really good against different types of bosses, where this is focused around taking the armor off of enemies, allowing you just to destroy normal hordes of zombies fairly quickly. Now, once again, I haven't tested this, so I don't know exactly how it's going to perform, but that's what we're testing out today. So let's go ahead, get it tier 4, and let's get this bad boy tier 5. With that, let's go in game and test everything about this out. All right, now we're in game on FIREBASE-Z. We're going to kind of test it on lower rounds, then we're going to do some medium round stuff and higher round stuff, see exactly how well this thing performs all over. But while I'm sitting here and getting set up, if you want to join us of hitting our goal of 40k subs by the end of the month, I greatly appreciate that. And once again, want to give a huge shout out to everyone in the comment and like club. To the 40 and 50 people who drop a like and leave a comment on every single video, I appreciate you guys so much. It helps these videos out more than what you guys know. And on top of all that, if you're looking for some awesome shirts to wear while you're grinding zombies or anything else like that, we got some grinding shirts and other stuff linked in the description below. Now I'm gonna go get set up, get everything we need, get the ammo mod and all that stuff, and I'll be back with you guys then. All right, boys, so we're back. As you can see, completely different map. This was recorded a few days after those original clips because I didn't like how the testing turned out, so I decided we were gonna redo it with a more scientific approach. So we've already gone ahead. We've got Shatter Blast. We have Elemental Pop, so it activates a little bit quicker. With that, we do have to be careful to make sure we're activating the right ability. The gun's not pack-a-punched whatsoever, and it's round 11. Let's go ahead and kill a zombie at the very front of the horde and see what happens. So as you saw, we shot a single zombie, and it killed 3 of them when it activated and knocked the rest down, where, if you guys know, Deadwire would have killed so many of them. And as I've been testing this, I kind of realized what the difference between this and Deadwire is. So you saw we only killed 3 single zombies with it, but let's go ahead and activate it again and watch. I'll show you that I can kill a lot more zombies than 3 with it if we activate it again. Look at that. Notice that time how we killed a lot more? That's because there's kind of a secret on how to use this correctly. Here, and just to prove my point again, once again, I'm going to shoot the zombie right here. And as you saw, we only got a few kills, and all it did was knock down the rest of the horde. The way this ammo mod works depends on where you shoot the horde. So yeah, with this ammo mod, there's kind of a special way you have to go ahead and use it. Unlike Deadwire, Deadwire is so easy, brain dead to use. All you gotta do is shoot a zombie in the horde, and you're gonna kill the majority of them every single time. However, with this ammo mod, you have to shoot in the middle of the horde. It really does make a huge difference. If you shoot a zombie in the front, all you're gonna do is kill 1 or 2 zombies and knock the rest down. Like, watch, look at that. We got 1 kill activating it right there, whereas Deadwire would have got 10. However, if you wait and watch me horde them up again, I can make it kill a lot more than that. It just really depends on where you shoot the horde with this. The way this works and the after effect explosions really matter kind of their distance to the zombies, and it doesn't have the same traveling effect that what Deadwire has. And look at that. We just killed the majority of that horde this time. Same ammo effect, same gun, and no difference. Just the placement makes a world of difference. And this is the only ammo mod that's like that. With Turned, it doesn't really matter where you shoot the horde of zombies. With Fire Blast, with any other ammo mod, your placement of where you shoot and activate this doesn't make a difference. But with Shatter Blast, it makes a world of difference. The difference between where you shoot with Shatter Blast makes the difference of killing 2 zombies or killing 15 zombies, which is a very stark difference. However, we still have a lot more to test with this. As you guys know, one of the effects of this is that it destroys the armor off of enemies, and we haven't got any hordes yet with armored enemies because we're on too low of a round. So we need to go ahead, kind of get to a higher round, get some enemies with armor, and kind of test it out against them. All right, boys, we're now on round 21. So armored zombies have spawned. Let's see the ability to knock off armor off of the enemies. So there shouldn't be a whole lot of them because, once again, it's just round 21. We'll test this on higher rounds as well. Let's go ahead, activate the ability, and dang, honestly, if you shoot this in the middle of a horde, it's not that bad. We just knocked out pretty much an entire horde on round 21, and as you can see, there's no armor left in the horde. I think this guy just spawned in, so he does have armor, but he wasn't part of the group that died. But let's try it again. I want to see. So we definitely got this armor guy in here. See if we can activate it again. Oh, yeah, you got the destroyed armor medal. It pretty much took off the armor from every single zombie in the horde. Unfortunately, it only takes the armor off the zombie when the explosion happens, so this isn't really going to help you when you're just straight shooting them, but it does activate pretty quickly, and if used correctly, it can be pretty effective. But as you can see here, it doesn't matter if you have the ability and just shoot the zombie. Legitimately, it only does armor damage and takes off armor when the explosions activate. It's the only point in time you get that armor effect. So with all of that being said, I kind of want to go and explain when this ability would be useful and why I don't recommend using it. So essentially, this ability isn't going to be helpful in camping strats. Unlike Deadwire and all the other abilities, this ability has to be used in a special way for it to be useful, just by the nature of it work. So as you see, camping strats like the top of Penthouse, this ability is going to be useless. I know reading what it says it does, you'd be like, oh wow, it's going to be really good. Armor zombies are super annoying. This is going to help you camp really well and kill all the armor zombies. No, it's really not, because for this ability to be useful, you kind of have to activate the effect in the middle of a horde. You can't just be shooting the front zombie in the horde. And when you're camping in strategies like this, or if you're doing any sort of spot where you're camping, you're always going to be shooting the zombie in the front. You're never going to be shooting the zombie in the middle of the horde. The only time you're actually going to have the opportunity to shoot the zombie in the middle of the horde is when you're training zombies. And unless you're doing a training strat, honestly, this ability is kind of useless. It does take the armor off of zombies, but even here, look, we were training them here. We didn't even knock down that many. Sometimes it seems to affect a lot of them. Other times it seems to not have that big of an effect, unfortunately. And the thing about it is, yes, the ability of knocking armor off zombies is awesome. Armor is really annoying, and getting rid of that's really cool. However, you got to understand that if you use an ability like Deadwire, it's going to knock the armor off because it's going to kill the zombie, right? You don't really need to worry about knocking the armor off because all the zombies are going to be dead. So yeah, this might knock the armor off the zombie, but that's all it's going to do. It's not really going to kill it. And honestly, I can't even think of a special use case that you'd want to use this. I mean, when I originally started using this, I thought it was the most useless thing ever. Look, we didn't even kill a zombie. All we did was take all of their armor off. Wow. So originally when I first started using this, I thought it was absolutely useless because I thought I could only kill 1 or 2 zombies at a time. But it can be used, and it can kill a lot of zombies, and it's better than having nothing. But honestly, the whole taking armor off zombies isn't, you know, a good enough thing to make this useful. It really isn't, because other ammo mods are just going to kill the zombies. They're not going to take the armor off, but they're going to kill the armored zombies to begin with. So why would you need it? So all in all, I really don't recommend using this. I definitely think this is the worst element mod in the entire game, but it's not as bad as I originally thought it was. If you're shooting in the horde of a zombie, honestly, it's good. I mean, it's better than having nothing. It's just, it's so outshined by everything else. And you gotta understand, they just added this in the game. This is the newest elemental mod. It definitely needs an update. It definitely needs some beneficial thing, because I'm pretty sure it's outshined by every single elemental mod. And as we do our reviews on every single elemental mod in the game, you'll realize that there are situations that some elemental mods are better. There's some elemental mods that, you know, you don't always need to run Deadwire. Sometimes running Cryo Freeze or running the Fire one or running this or that is better in some, you know, bizarre kind of cases. I cannot think of a single case I would recommend this. Legitimately, every single scenario, a different elemental mod would be better than this. There's really no reason to put this on your gun. It's not as bad as everyone thinks it is, as we found in this video, but it's bad simply because of the fact that it's outshined by legitimately every single ammo mod in the game. If you guys know, if you guys can think of a single scenario that you would rather have this ammo mod over another one, definitely let me know. Even if every zombie in the map was an armored zombie, even if I had a horde of 24 armored zombies, I'd still pick Deadwire. Still pick Deadwire 10 out of 10 times. Definitely gonna get an F tier for me. The only reason I would recommend upgrading this is just in case you have elemental pop. You can't really get to decide what elemental pop gets activated. So sometimes if you have elemental pop, even if you do not have this ability bought, it's still gonna activate Shatter Blast sometimes. So that's the only reason I'd even recommend upgrading this to tier 5, is just so you know when it does activate from elemental pop that you're using the tier 5 ability. With that, boys, let's go ahead, try to exfil with this ability. But as you can see from the gameplay, it's just not worth it. If you want to use it and train zombies to round 100 just to say you get to round 100 using Shatter Blast, then go for it. But yeah, definitely gonna get an F tier for me. I'll show you once again. We'll horde them all up and we'll shoot in the middle of the horde. So as you saw, as we were sitting on top of Penthouse, we weren't getting any kills with it. All we were doing was taking armor off of zombies. But if you want, it is able to be used to kill a large portion of zombies. It's just, I just don't see the point. So here we go. You activate it in the middle. And look, we got a bunch of kills, but it specifically has to be activated in the exact middle of a horde, or you're just not going to get those kills. And there's other abilities, there's other things that can do that. So, gonna give it a pass on my end, boys. And the only thing I think that... Oh, wow, we're actually going to fail this. We're going to fail this because I got to kill the bombers. I've got 11 seconds to kill the bombers. We're going to fail this. The only thing I think they could possibly do to make this better is... I mean, honestly, it needs to just damage armored zombies more, regardless if the ability's going off. That's what they need to do, is if you're using Shatter Blast, they need to make it so every time you shoot an armored zombie, regardless if the ability's charged, it needs to do extra damage to them. That is the one redeeming factor I could see making this useful. But without that, guys, it's useless. Don't get this. Make this probably the last thing you buy. I think this is the single worst thing we have tested so far on this channel, boys. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.